So how would you describe the humor of this movie, Rawson?
Oh, I would describe this humor as funny. That's that's how I would describe it. No, I think there's jokes in there for everybody. I think we have really kind of broad body humor, and then we have a lot of kind of clever one-liners and jokes on cinematic convention that I think will keep people interested.
Now you do have some terrific one-liners. How much of it was on the paper, and how much of it was ad-libbed?
Well, we had a great script, if I do say so myself. I rewrote it, and I was very happy with it. And the two writers who wrote before me did a great job, and so we had a lot of our funniest stuff came from Sean Anders and John Morris. And then I think it's tough to put a percentage on it, but I do think there was a healthy amount of ad-lib, of improvisation on the day. Jason Sudeikis is amazing at that, and so is Catherine Hahn and Nick Offerman. So they brought a lot to the table in terms of improvisation. That's their background. So it was I think a mixed bag. But I think I didn't care in the editing room. I didn't care if we wrote it or if they made it up, as long as it was funny. It was in.
Can you set us up? What's the story about? What's going on?
Well, the story, it's about Jason Sudeikis plays a small-time pot dealer who gets in over his head, and in order to get out from under, he's got to smuggle 2 metric tons of pot from Mexico across the border back to Colorado. So to do that, he hires a local stripper played by Jennifer Aniston, a homeless girl played by Emma Roberts, and this nerd from his apartment building played by Will Poulter to pretend to be his family. They rent an RV, they call themselves the Millers, and they drive down to get the pot. And things don't go as planned.
I thought the casting was pretty amazing. Talk about the kids. I mean,
So yeah, well, I agree that the cast that we got is it's the dream cast, right? But Will Poulter and Emma Roberts, they both came in and auditioned for the parts, and Will was amazing. There was just he didn't look like how I had pictured the role, but sometimes that's the right guy, and he came in and was amazing. There was just no doubt about it. Same thing with Emma. I mean, she had this really wicked sense of humor. That I think was perfect for Casey, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with the cast.
Now, Jennifer Aniston as a stripper it was a very funny thing.
I'm glad you.
How much coaching did you have to do for those scenes?
Well, so much. No, well, Jen, when she read the script, the striptease scene was in there, and she was completely game for it. And we had this great choreographer named Denise Fay that Jen worked with, and they got the dance and the moves down perfectly. And then we talked a lot about how we were going to shoot it and the manner in which we shot it. And then Jen came in on the day and just nailed it.
Jason, you just have to look at him and you want to start laughing. What is it about? What is it about?
I feel the same way. I don't know how to. If I knew, I would do it myself. But Jason's just funny. He has always been the funniest guy in whatever movie he's in or whatever room he's in. He's just that good. He's very, very smart and incredibly, incredibly talented and really funny. So I'd been a big fan for a long time, and he's who I wanted for the part. And when we sent him the script and he said yes, I was very excited.